I'm over here to hear your spiel.
Which spiel?
The one that you're going to give.
Well, these folks are...
And how come she's got a party hat on and you don't?
I have my very own party hat right here, but I will let you in on a little secret. People love the park ranger hat. Super uncomfortable and hot. So party hat is the way to go today.
Party hat is the way to go.
It clashes with the uniform, so I gotta go park ranger hat.
Could you like put party hat on top of the park ranger hat, or is that against the rules?
It's probably against the rules. I'm a bit of a rule breaker, though. I think I could get away with it, but with the wind today, it was just.
I hope your manager doesn't see this video.
Probably will.
I'm part of it. She's a rule breaker.
He's rolling his eyes as we speak.
Yeah, he probably is. He's going to have a talk with you on Monday morning after he sees this.
So you, ma'am, in the back seat, what would you fill this piñata with if you won one? Candy! I love it. All right, well, I hope you win one, okay? See you later. Bye, ladies.
Well, what would you fill the piñata with if you won it?
Kids' quarters, but now candy. That's what you fill the piñata with.
So you're giving away 2 piñatas, and is that drawing today?
Yes. Well, yeah, it'll be sometime today. I assume after the event. So yeah, we're doing raffle tickets. Obviously, free tickets. We're giving away per car, per people in the car. Doesn't matter. Just something fun. Who doesn't love a piñata?
All right. And what exactly do you do at the
For the Army Corps of Engineers.
Army Corps of Engineers before you get fired on Monday?
So I'm a park ranger for the Corps of Engineers.
All right. And where are you stationed?
I spend most of my time here at Jordan Lake and part of my time up at our Falls Lake office. I actually split my time.
All right. What is the most... Well, we'll ask that question coming up next, but what's the best advice or 3 top things you would tell somebody that's coming out to Jordan Lake?
I would say my biggest piece of advice, all of my pieces of advice revolve around their safety. And I know that's super boring for folks to hear, but what we find is a lot of times people come to our lake to relax, to have fun. They forget about, bad things can happen too.
Right.
You gotta wear those life jackets. Gotta know how to swim. Gotta keep an eye on your kids when you're around the water. All those important things that we think of in maybe day to day, we tend to forget some of that importance when we come to the lake to relax. So that's our big push. It's just, if you're coming to see us, we want you to come see us. We want you to go home safe at the end of the day to come back and see us again.
All right. What's the cost to get in there now? It's charged per car, isn't it?
It's charged per car. So I work for Corps of Engineers. State Parks does the charging. Most of them is per car. I think it's $7 or $8 now for day use areas. So don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. Their website or their phone.
So the Army Corps of Engineers, you work for them, but you're at Jordan Lake. So do you have anything with having to do with the dam?
Yes. So the Corps of Engineers, obviously, we're the folks who built the dam, created the lake. So a lot of our day-to-day for our folks is operating that dam, as well as visitor assistance, helping folks who come to the lake find their way, be sure they recreate safely. But yeah, so we don't get a lot of attention unless the lake is really high or really low, and then people tend to pay a lot of attention about what goes on at the dam.
All right. And are there like any secret spots that you would recommend people after they see this? It won't be any secret, but what are some of the best spots on? I mean, I've walked over the dam. That's a pretty nice walk.
It is a pretty nice walk. Yeah. I don't know. It depends on what you're into. I would argue that there's so much to explore at Jordan Lake. Really, I don't think you can go wrong at any of our recreation areas or any of our trails or any of those kind of off the beaten path spots. You're right. The view from the top of the dam is really, really nice. And during the winter, you can see a ton of eagles and osprey there as well. That's a big draw for us. But really, people would argue that being on their boat smack in the middle of the lake is their favorite spot too.
Right.
So depends upon you.
Now, just going over it, because I think people have lived in the county and people have worked Jordan Lake. After a while, you kind of get used to eagles, but these are bald eagles, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah.
And that kind of freaks some people out because they've never seen a bald eagle except like in a picture.
Right, and they're really big. They're really big birds. They're glorious, and I think anybody who doesn't get a little bit of thrill seeing them every now and again, makes me a little sad for you. Because they are a really cool bird. Just being able to look out my window at the dam there and see one flying by, man, what a great part of my day. That's awesome.
So folks, don't make her sad. Come out and see the eagles. Now, you also mentioned osprey. What is the difference between an eagle and an osprey?
So both birds of prey. Eagles are quite a bit larger. Their coloring is definitely different. Your bald eagles, at least the mature ones, have that white head, white tail, dark brown body.
Right.
Ospreys are more of a mottled brown and white. They're smaller. They also tend to be the ones that nest on the poles and the platforms in the middle of the lake.
Okay.
Eagles tend not to nest there as much. So, I could talk to you for a long time about that, but there are definite differences, although folks do get them confused frequently.
Now, there are educational programs out on the lake. Are you involved with that, or is the state involved with that?
A little bit of both. Our folks do educational programs. State of North Carolina, the State Park Rangers, they do a great job as well. So either either office is a good office to reach out to.
So if people want to find out about these opportunities out there, is there a website they can go to, phone number they can call? What's the best way to find out, hey, I'm interested in what's going on at the lake. I'm interested in a little bit of education because, as you said, you do have workshops. How do I find out about that stuff?
Really great place is the Jordan Lake Facebook page. That's actually done out of our office, but we try to be try to reach a broad audience and help funnel people in the right direction. So if you're on Facebook, the Jordan Lake Facebook page, you can send us a message. We'll get back to you with whatever information you ask for, whether it's a phone number, website, whatever. Otherwise, State Parks website or their visitor center here off 64 in the middle of the lake. They're a great resource as well.
Fantastic. Well, folks, you're open till 5. It's not supposed to start raining till 5. There's a few clouds, a few
raindrops.
raindrops with still enough clearing, and I think there's somebody.
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, there he goes. She's got to get to work, and this is the guy who wears his birthday hat with style.
Wait, let me.
I can't really fit
It doesn't fit in the car.
Well, you know what? If you opened up your sunroof, maybe you could.
Yeah, there we go.
You got to think outside the
There you go,
box.
dear. Thank you. I'll put this in the bin for you, okay?
All right.